What's up, YouTube? Jared, RedRacer video. Today's video, guys, 3,000 subscribers. We finally got to 3,000 subscribers. It's a number I've been looking for a while. It's something that's really, really exciting to me. So first and foremost, thank you guys so much for getting us to 3,000. I appreciate all the support. All you guys who have been down from day one mean more to me than I'll ever be able to describe. I've told you guys that in previous videos, but I wanted to take this quick moment to just thank you guys one more time for getting us to 3,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so, so much. Also, guys, because I got to this number, I've got a really good idea, in my opinion, and I wanted to just kind of hit on the things that I've learned on the way to 3,000 and just exactly what it takes to maybe get to 3,000 and what it takes to keep going beyond 3,000. So without further ado, we're just going to jump right into it, guys. First and foremost, I'm going to say one thing. You got to get out of your own way. That's going to be the biggest obstacle for a lot of people who are going to do this. You've got to get out of your own way. You got to be willing to look, sound, and just be perceived as silly. I mean, you got to just get over it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what people think. And for me, that's actually not been my roadblock. My biggest roadblock has been what I think. And I watch a lot of YouTube channels. My kids watch some YouTube. And, you know, the channels they watch, I just sit and watch these guys. And I'm like, these people are absolutely insane. Like, this is nonsense. They are acting totally ridiculous. And they're got huge followings as a result of that. So that's actually been a very, very good thing for me to see. You got to stop worrying about what you think of yourself and what you feel of yourself, because for a lot of people, maybe it's what other people think, and that's okay if that's the case. I think that's all in us a little bit. For me, though, I'm just my own biggest critic. You guys sometimes won't see a video for a few days. I promise you, I probably, in most cases, recorded a couple of videos in that time. I just didn't like them, so I didn't post them. I've done car reviews. I reviewed my good friend Keith's Jeep. He asked me to do it for him, and I feel terrible that I never posted it, but I hated myself in that video. I think a big part of it is that I wasn't in a good place in my life at that time. I was kind of struggling with mom stuff really bad at that time, but in the video, you just see it. I was down. I just wasn't me. I wasn't in it. I just wasn't in it. And that happens to me a lot. There's a lot of videos that I do that just don't come up. So I'm going to say that's almost the most important thing, is that you guys just don't be worried about what you think of yourself. Obviously, don't worry about what other people think, because I don't think that's ever a good way to navigate your life. Nobody's going to live your life but you. Nobody knows what's best for you but you. But more importantly than that, at least for people like me, it's don't be worried about yourself. Get out of your own way. Stop being so hard on yourself. A lot of this stuff does not look as bad as you think it does. And even if it does look as bad as you think it does, it's probably still going to get that person. It's probably still going to find those people who can appreciate that you're just doing you. I've learned this big time from my friend Connor, Con's Vlog. If you guys haven't seen it, go look up Con's Vlog. He is young. He's 18 years old, but this kid's passion for this stuff and his swagger is unreal. This dude's got like 3 times the amount of swagger I have. And if you watch the two channels, you'd probably think he'd been YouTubing longer than I have, just because of how he flows with it, and he's just not afraid to do him. So, number one, first and foremost, get out of your own way, guys. Number two, I have learned to appreciate exactly what goes into these YouTube channels. I think a lot of people see it as like easy money, and oh man, I wish I had the guts to go do that. I wish I could just, you know, make videos and get paid for it kind of thing. And it's not anywhere near that. It is just not. You know, the amount of money that people make on YouTube after they finally start to make money, it takes quite a while, I think, for them to go back and recuperate. For, you know, they say that the most valuable thing we have in our lives is time. The amount of time that I've got invested in this channel, and money in buying equipment, and money in not making money doing other stuff because I was doing YouTube stuff. There's just a lot that goes into getting a channel to this point. And at this point, I still don't make any money. So I have a long, long way to go, guys. And it's been a big, big eye-opener to see just what goes into a channel and what it takes to get a following on YouTube. And that's kind of like number two, I guess, is just the vast amount of effort, time, and discipline that is required to do this stuff. That kind of segues into the next part of it, and it's just that you have to persevere. You got to keep going. You're going to have videos that just flat out flop, and I've had a lot of videos that just don't do well. I think some of my best videos actually don't have a lot of views. And, you know, you post them, you put them on social media, you do the thumbnails, you do all the things you know you're supposed to do, And sometimes they just still don't work. And that's how it's going to be. Like, you've got to be ready to take failure, and you got to be ready to take it head on. You're not going to fail once. You're not going to fail twice. You're going to fail like 50 times. You're going to have so many videos that you make and so much time and effort that you put into stuff, and it is going to be absolutely thankless. And you got to just take it on the chin and keep rolling. You just got to keep going. And I've learned that about myself. This has been one of the biggest eye-openers for me, guys, has been that I self-admittedly, I don't stick to stuff very good. And that's probably not a fair assessment. I don't stick to stuff I don't like good. If I'm not into it, I'm not passionate about it, especially since mom and dad's passing. If I'm not feeling it, if it's not something that brings me joy and that kind of stuff, I'm just not doing it. I'm just not. Life is too short, and the last thing that we're ever going to want to look back and say is that we missed out on stuff we wished we'd have done. And so I've decided that I'm doing that stuff now. I'm going to find a way to do the things I want to do, and this YouTube thing is one of them. And the slow growth and the amount of time and the amount of money and effort and all this stuff that's gone into getting to the channel to this point and having it still be this fruitless has been a big, big thing for me, because I have been able to stick to this, and I do still want this more than I've ever wanted it. And I'm more sure now that this is going to work than I've ever been. And I'm still quite a ways away from having this be even a little bit lucrative. I have done so much self-realization through the process of doing YouTube, making videos, uploading videos, deleting videos I didn't like, trying to record myself, trying to get in the right frame of mind. I've learned so much about myself in this process that it's just been a huge blessing, and I'm so glad that I embarked on this journey of YouTube. The other thing, guys, we touched on this in one of my last videos about haters. You're going to get people that just don't like what you do. You're going to get people that just tell you it's dumb. You're going to get a lack of support from the people you really think will support you. There's going to be a lot of people who you'd really expect to like hold you down and like really push your stuff and try and help you get new audience and do all those kind of things. You're going to have a lot of those people, you're going to have a lot of those people who just aren't going to do that. And it's not because they don't like you. It's not because whatever. I don't really know what it is, to be honest with you, but you can't let that detract you from what you're doing. You guys have probably heard the stories about like people like Benjamin Franklin and who else? Einstein, just all these historic people that for such a long time, people were just like, man, you're a whack job. This will never work. You don't know what you're doing. And there's going to be a lot of that in anything you do, especially in starting a YouTube channel, because there's a lot of people that I can tell when they're like, what do you do? I'm like, I'm a YouTuber. And you can just see them like, oh, cool, with their eyes looking at me like, you're the dumbest dude I've ever met. And I've gotten to the point now where like every time that happens to me, I love it. I mean, it's truly like, it motivates me, because the more people that don't believe in it, the better. But for every one of those people, guys, you're going to have somebody backing you, and you're going to have people pushing you. And it's going to come from unlikely sources, and you just got to keep rolling. You got to be committed, and you got to do you. I don't know if you guys can see the shirt, but you got to do you. All you can do is be you, do you, and just keep pushing. This is a lot of effort, and it's super, super thankless for a long time. It's super fruitless for a long time. I still am to the point where it really doesn't make me any significant money. Self-admission, guys, I do not have a full-time job. A lot of people are like, what do you do for work full-time? I don't. I drive for Uber and Lyft, and I have specific times that I go drive to try and make the most that I can when I do it. But, I'm like kind of that guy that's just doing what I can to scrape through until this works, because I know this is going to work. I know it's going to work because I'm not quitting, and I've never been more dedicated to anything than I am right now. Besides my family and stuff. I know this is going to work because I'm not going to let it not work. I am so thankful for everybody that supported me and pushed me to this point, and I hope that you guys can appreciate what goes into this video or into these videos a little bit more now. Again, thank you everybody who has supported me to this point. There's a lot of big stuff coming up. I don't know if you guys can notice, but I am sitting in my car. She went down to JDP with another boost leak because the kit that we got is just full of parts that are just not what we would like them to be. And JDP, being the heroes that they are, they just keep taking it in stride and improving on the kit and changing it and making things better. And the car's back, and we are ready to go do some more stuff. I'm ready to start doing a lot more. A lot of big things that are in the works. I'm not going anywhere. So thank you, everybody that's followed me to this point. Tell all your friends, Jared is the car guy. I've done it all. I've been in like every avenue of the auto business, and we are going to start getting into all that stuff. I've done finance. I've done sales. I've ran body shops. I've been in service departments. I've done a lot of different stuff, and I feel like I have a lot of value to offer to people. So if you guys need to know a car guy and you just need a good car guy in your life, I am that car guy. Tell your friends I'm that car guy. Be on the lookout for new videos. They're going to be coming fast, guys. Thanks so much. I love you all. Jared RedRacer Video. We will see you on the next one.